Hello, I'm John Welch. I'm a co-founder of ConnectVNA. I also have a company, Connect Software Development, and we carved off ConnectVNA to develop a product, the oil and gas platform. It is an owner relations portal for the oil and gas business. My family was in the oil and gas business, and I've ended up, as a consequence of that, managing small interest in about 100 wells with 10 different operators. And I got a chance to experience how poor the communication is and how the disconnect is real. So this is a quick overview of what an oil and gas deal looks like. The green is the company that develops it, gets the mineral leases, develops the prospect and sells it and drills the well. And if you'll notice, there's two yellow squares on the outside. The one on the left is the mineral owners. That's the landowners that own the mineral rights generally. And then the one on the right is the investors. They're, quote, out of the loop and get really poor reporting and communication. The people that are actually involved with the project have a pretty good idea of what's going on. And we developed this owner relations portal in order to seamlessly communicate with everyone involved with the project, particularly the mineral owners and the investors. And a striking thing about that is the mineral owners generally have about 20% of the project. And the investors, it varies widely, but they may have 70%. So that leaves 10% for the green guys that know what's going on. The yellow guys don't know what's going on, and they're the primary investors or primary stakeholders. These are the challenges in the oil and gas environment. It's old technology, old software that they're running their business on, slow business cycles, siloed data, and all of that creates inadequate stakeholder relations. This graphic is showing the ERP as the business system or the accounting system, and we're not asking the oil operators to change what they're doing. We're a set of workflows that overlay the existing accounting system. Because if we were asking them to change their accounting system, we wouldn't get anything. Nobody's going to do that. It's really problematic for the database conversions and just changing their workflows. These are some of our features where we can be synced with business software where things happen automatically. We have digital document distribution, digital signatures. We have developed a help desk. We're creating data visualization off of information that's siloed in the accounting system. And we're integrating ACH payments where when you're sent an invoice from the oil company, they're able to hit a button and make an automatic payment. And the next step on that is to have that payment received in the accounting system and automatically posted. So you're eliminating all those steps. Benefits are obviously a much better experience, efficiency, increase the speed of business dramatically, better decisions, and really importantly, we're building a foundation that we can grow an additional feature set off of. This is the operator website. I promise you none of my operators have anything like that, but you would hit that orange button at the top, and that's your login button. And we would go, if you're an oil and gas operator and you have an existing website, we'll throw a button on there so you can go. This is taking you to our AWS instance. You username, password in. Then this is the actual portal. And one of the first things you see is update your profile if you've moved, changed your name or whatever. So you hit that, and then the edit button is on the right where you can make changes. Then you can change your phone number, address, and your banking information. Now, some people, and we have existing customers now, we have about 5,000 end users, and this feature alone is pretty important because people aren't calling them and saying, I've got a new address or I've changed my bank account. Nobody is allowing bank accounts to be automatically changed. What we do is you hit a flag and it'll go in a queue, and then you can approve it, but they don't have to get on the phone and type it out and all that. They just go, yes, good, bam, do it. You can also edit permissions. What you're looking at are owner accounts. Like if I'm an individual and I've invested in a well, or I'm an individual and they've discovered oil on my property, there is no additional people, but in a lot of cases it's a trust or it's a company, and you can assign permissions to people in your group. what documents they can see, whether they have signing authority and that kind of stuff. This is the actual owner that can make these changes. The operator can help and they could address those, but this is geared toward where the owner, like if I'm an investor and I've got a trust, then I would go ahead and set up who could see. My CPA can see this, my attorney can see that. We also do digital signatures, and we've incorporated a help desk into the digital signature environment. A lot of what we've done has been driven by what our clients are asking for. And one of the things we heard was that we never sign anything without an argument or a discussion about it. You go, well, okay, so it's not just a straight up piece. So if you'll notice where that blue square is on those 4 items, you can either review the document, sign the document, decline to sign it, or go to the help desk. In this instance, he's gone to the help desk and says that's not what we agreed to. You can attach another file to that and send it to the operator. They can send it back and go, sorry about that. Here's the new, it's 20%, not 18%. And then you sign off on it. And if you'll notice, you have a thread that has everything that happened with that process. And that thread lives in your portal. And everything that's on the portal stays there until you get rid of it. So it's your virtual file cabinet that is there. And in the, those are forms. In the spirit of the whole thing of it being self-service and taking the load off the operator having to deal with all this, you have the ability to put common forms on here where people know where to get W-9, where their affidavits for affidavit of death, those kind of things. Also FAQs, and a help desk. And we built this help desk out where I'm sending in a comment. I hit the help desk button, and I'm sending in a comment that my check is short. And the operator sends the note back. That's because we were out of production for 10 days. And if you'll notice, the blue and green buttons at the bottom give the operator the ability to send it to somebody else in his company, like an engineer or somebody that says, like, this guy's asking this question about why production is down. Do you have any idea? And they're able to send documents back and forth internally and send it back to the client. And you also, just as with the digital signatures, you develop a thread that lives on your portal. So you have a constant record of the conversation. We're in the process of building out data visualization right now, the initial version. And what we're going to do with data visualization is have it profile driven. So an operator does not necessarily want to show the owners everything, all the expenses, and be second guessed. They're pretty sensitive about that. And the owners really want to see the sales of oil and gas and what the production was. How many barrels were produced, how many thousand cubic feet of gas, and are we selling it for $85 a barrel or whatever? And operators are showing that now. I get it all from my operators in mail. I get mail from almost all mine. Market analysis, 9,000 independent oil and gas operators. That's our management team. We have a key guy from FNC who's the lead on it. He's fantastic. Go-to-market strategy is through channels, through the oil and gas accounting systems. We also can sell direct. We don't really have a lot of competitors. There's one company that does digital document distribution, but it is not an owner relations portal. We have 3 streams of revenue, the portal fee, digital signatures, and data visualization. Our financial forecast is we're looking at getting about 200 users in 23, which we'll have some revenue off of that, and then pushing that up to about 6 million. That's only representing about 800 users, and they're all medium-sized. There's some companies out there that have 5 and 10,000 wells. And the summary, a big part of the summary is we're not asking our clients to change anything. We're really easy to start with, where they're just paying for the number of owner accounts. And so you don't have to start it. You don't have to flip the switch and put everybody over there on it. And that's it. I appreciate your time. Sorry I ran over, Tasha. Did anybody have any questions? Sorry to go through so fast. I feel like take a breath. Thank you, guys.